This is really my only one and only video on Gamergate. It may have started with good goals, and those good goals have already been achieved. Game journalism sites have the ethics policies that Gamergate originally wanted, and Gamergate originally started with the idea that there's just conflict of interests in game journalism, and that needs to stop. But then what happened? Pretty much, there's this group I call them the Bigot Brigade, and they co-opt everything that they can sink their teeth into. So they co-opted and took over Gamergate and turned it into this, hey, there's a conflict of interest with these games journalism, and that's not right, to, hey, there's this weird trans person and all these people and all these feminists, and I don't like that, but darn SJWs. Like, they co-opted a movement that may have had some noble goals, which, since their noble goals have already met, Gamergate should be over. Like, I don't know how, I don't think it exists anymore, and if it does, I don't know what they're fighting for. Probably something bad. Probably the only people left in Gamergate are the Bigot Brigade, because the people who had noble intentions are already gone. So yeah, that's my new thing, my new worry. The Bigot Brigade's out there, and that's the thing, is the Bigot Brigade, a lot of them don't realize how freaking bigoted they are all the time. But they're the kind of people who have like casual bigotry and like stealth bigotry, the kind where they don't even realize how screwed up they're being. And yeah, I could go into it, because freaking atheism used to not have a problem, and then atheism too, it got co-opted by the Bigot Brigade. They tried to take it over. There was like a co-option of it, and then all it took was one atheist to be like super racist against black people, and now there's all these clones of this guy who are also parroting his points, saying that like black people are all violent and bad stuff. So yeah, there's like a Bigot Brigade co-option of atheism that's took a movement that used to be united and destroyed it. So yeah, that was bad. That was pretty bad. So anyway, I don't want to get into it anymore, because I'm triggered. Just kidding. I don't get triggered ever. Although I do believe in trigger warnings. I think trigger warnings are great. And the Bigot Brigade hates trigger warnings. I don't really know why. They have some conspiracy that it's part of like cultural Marxist plot to silence free speech or something. I don't know. All trigger warnings do is warn you, hey, I'm about to talk about some disturbing stuff, so don't go ahead if you're not okay with disturbing stuff. The nothing about trigger warning says you can't talk about this thing anymore. It's just a warning about what's about to follow is a problem, or is very disturbing. You might not be able to handle it. Yeah, the Bigot Brigade has already come after me for that, so screw them. That's what I say about that. Yeah, I don't curse in any of my videos, so I have to tone it down. I'm kind of still peeved. But yeah, screw the Bigot Brigade. Subscribe to Jenny McDermott and Milo Stewart and Kevin Logan. That's all.